Hi there, this is Dave Dettmann, and this is our LinkedIn video part 2. There will be a part 3 and maybe even a part 4. But this is a recording of our live webinar. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll start the recording for you and I will get back to you at the end of the webinar. I'd just like to welcome everybody here tonight. Just let me know whether you can see the screen and hear me. Just put it in the chat box. For those people who are new, all you need to do is type in the chat box and let me know which you can hear me. Okay, thank you for that. Now this webinar is the second part. I'll roughly go through the first part with you. I'm not sure whether I'll complete this webinar today. There's over 133 slides at the moment, and I still haven't put in the next stage of videos I'm going to be doing for the webinars where you can see exactly how I do it. Now, a lot of the data which I use in this webinar is from LinkedIn. I feel that's the best way to give you guys what you need is use information from LinkedIn itself, and then the third phase of me putting in data to the slides will be me actually using LinkedIn in the various sections. Okay, this webinar, like I say, is what is LinkedIn. Now, just to let people know, I'm broadcasting from my farm in Australia, so you might hear some animals in the background. I apologise about that, but that's the beauty of having a home business and being able to work from home. Now, I'm just going to go through slides very quickly and get to where we were. But there's one thing I am going to show you today, which isn't in the slides, is for those people who have been on my webinars before, we did a webinar on Google+, and I showed you on Google+ how to get people across from Facebook to Google+. I'm also today going to show you how to get people across from Facebook to LinkedIn. Just bear with me. Now, I'm going to hand out these slides at the end of the webinar so people can see what it's all about for those who missed it. There's also a recording for the first webinar. We're about up to here. Twitter, that's where we're up to. But one thing I want to show you first, so I'm just going to go. Now, as I said in the first webinar, I hadn't used LinkedIn a whole lot. I've been speaking to a lot of people over time which use it. A lot of you are from LinkedIn. And it's been a week since I've sort of really ramped up my use on LinkedIn. And when I say that, I've just beefed up my profile, done a few different things. Now, I only had 19, funny enough, 19 connections on LinkedIn of 119. And probably 99% of those people who are already connected with me on Facebook. I sent out something like, I think it was about 500 invitations for LinkedIn, solely to people who mainly know me from my experience on Facebook. And that's okay, Roland. So what I did was I decided to go in and to my contacts and simply find new people. I just got to remember where I did it. But all I did was I went to Yahoo. Now, if you don't have a Yahoo account, you can set one up just solely to do this. Right now, this is my contact list in Yahoo. Now, I don't use Yahoo Mail. But the thing I like about Yahoo is you can import contacts straight over. Now, these are the contacts in there so far. Now, if I just simply press import contacts, a window should pop up. And some of you have Gmail, so you can also do your Gmail contacts, but you can do Gmail through LinkedIn as well. I just push on Facebook and I ask Facebook to allow. Now, right now, what it's doing is it should be grabbing them. We're just waiting for the window to load. Still loading. But what it will do is it'll extract everyone on Facebook for you. Okay, I'm going to stop it there because it does take a while, but that's pretty much how you do it. Now it wants to receive the data. And like I say, you can set up a Yahoo account. You can use this for Google Plus, for those people using Google Plus as well. Okay, so it's found 600 contacts at the moment. It's going through that process. Now if we go to, I think it's Add Connections on LinkedIn. Now, all you need to do, and we'll ask for a password here. So for Yahoo, you just put in your Yahoo address, whatever you made it, if you didn't have one, and then your password. Okay, I've already allowed it because I allowed LinkedIn to connect with Yahoo. And it might ask me again, but it might ask for authorization the first time. Okay, it's asking me to log in LinkedIn. I hope that's the right login. For the bar here, you can see it was asking Yahoo. It's waiting for Yahoo to open. Okay, so it's asking me to agree again. So you just accept it. All it's letting you do is log in via LinkedIn to Yahoo. Okay, so now I'm just waiting for the screen to reload. Okay, and it's showing me all the people, okay, which I'm getting from Yahoo. You just press Add Connections. Okay, you can pull people out if you don't want them. And then you just press Connect and Invite. Okay, these are the people who aren't on LinkedIn, by the way, so I should have mentioned that. Because it goes through two steps. The first step were people you know on LinkedIn who are already on LinkedIn, and these are people who aren't using LinkedIn. So when someone invites you to LinkedIn or you've invited someone to LinkedIn, this is going to send out an email. Now, just another reminder too, whatever you do with LinkedIn, when it involves email, it uses your actual email address you signed up, so just be aware of that. Okay, so I've just sent out 476 invitations. So that's pretty powerful, and that's how I came from sort of just using LinkedIn as a network I wasn't using a lot to within a week going from 19 contacts to 100 contacts. Like I say, 99% of those contacts came simply via Facebook. And you can do it with Gmail as well. Do it with MSN. You can pretty much do it with any email service, including your Outlook or Thunderbird, if you're using Firefox's version of an email host. So I just thought I'd add that into the webinar before I go into the slides. Is there any questions before I move on? So we do have a lot to get through today. And if you don't understand anything, or you can always go back to the slides I'll be handing out at the end. Some of you already have them. They're the same slides as last week. The beauty about these slides is as I update them, you'll have access to the updates pretty much straight away. Okay, so like I say, last week we were up to Twitter. I cover LinkedIn in great detail, and the reason for this is there's a lot of different people using LinkedIn, and some of this may not be relevant to you. Some of it may seem simple, some of it might seem confusing. One thing I know with the people on this webinar is there's a lot of people who are using it for all different types of reasons. So that's why I decided to cover LinkedIn pretty much right across the board. Okay, so with Twitter, I'll just read through the slide. Overall, LinkedIn works with Twitter. Now you can your LinkedIn status to Twitter followers or automatically post your tweets as LinkedIn's status, or do both read on and see how you could professionally compensate involving it on LinkedIn. Okay, now I'm just going to run this. We had no problems last week with video. I'll just let this one load up. Okay, I'm going to play this video so you can see exactly what they're talking about. So I'll play the video and we'll see how we go from there.
The business use case of Twitter is turning out to be very important, and more and more people are finding that the persona they create for themselves on the web is part of their resume in many ways.
It's the integration of the business side of the tweets on Twitter with the kind of the business ecosystem of LinkedIn that make the two work together.
Yeah, I agree. I think the general putting a little Twitter in everything is being able to inject into LinkedIn a little bit more of this fresh kind of here's what's going on with these other things, but with a little bit of a curated sense in terms of your professional life.
There's a bunch of activities you do on LinkedIn that you actually want to get the broadest possible liquidity to. So you post a question or an answer, and you want to say, hey, I'd like people to help me answer this question. I'd like people to know what I'm doing here, jobs or other kinds of things.
Because you want it to break free. Yeah. You want it the widest possible distribution. So you want it to go on Twitter, and then you want people retweeting it, and because you want your question answered at all times.
I actually think that for each individual professional, it's a good idea to say, well, what's your Twitter brand strategy? What is the thing that you're trying to do?
And Reed, you used to do this with email, and now you're doing it with Twitter, and now it's open. So now something new could stumble across Reed's op-ed or whatever, and get involved and get interested and make a connection to Reed. From that perspective, it's a very sort of kind of like bringing the peanut butter and the chocolate together to make the perfect combination.
Twitter and
Twitter.
Get started by clicking the Twitter icon on your LinkedIn homepage, or go to your profile and click Add Twitter Account. Once you've authenticated your account, you can decide whether or not to display your account on your LinkedIn profile. You can also use hashtags like #in and #li to set your LinkedIn status via Twitter.
I think you tweet all the time.
You have to Twitter at Twitter. My friend Philip Tappan once tweeted, I'm in the tub, come over if you want to learn about water displacement. And the funny thing is that he's a real tall, geeky guy, and I imagine that he would actually enjoy discussing the physics of fluid dynamics with you if you were to actually show up.
Okay, so pretty much it's fairly simple. I'm not going to go through this in too much detail, but all you need to do is set up your Twitter account. I've had my Twitter hooked up to this for years, and that's probably what's kept my LinkedIn ID sort of fresh. Anyone who was, of those 19 people who are on it. But a little bit of Twitter on everything, I like that saying. Twitter is still very powerful if it's used in the right way. I've, to this day, never understood the concept of Twitter, to be honest with you, but I know it's always got people clicking on things for me. So, as you can see in this slide, you just simply account. There you can have the difference between sharing all your tweets and only share tweets with the pound signal, or let's try and figure this out. So you get the pound signal IN or LI. Okay. So you can. I've just got mine set, and I'll just bring up my page. Profile, new profile. I've just got mine set up so it brings in everything. You can see this was shared 24 hours ago or 22 hours ago for this webinar. Okay, I didn't post this, I just posted this via Twitter. I actually did it via ping. But I've had a lot of tweets going through here. Okay. Not that hard to do. I suppose it depends what you're doing with your Twitter to what you set it to. Okay, if you have connections who share a lot of content in your network update stream, you can hide those connections from view and keep your stream relevant to your professionals. Just roll over an update and click hide. If you change your mind, you can always restore it. Those updates with just a click to see what you missed. The function is great way to keep your LinkedIn news feed useful and relevant to your career. So pretty much you just go through and hide it. Okay. All right. And we talked about the hashtags. Okay, the next part is Company Bus. Company Bus lets you track tweets about companies, products, and people you need to follow from LinkedIn's homepage. Modify the topics you're tracking and add new ones to watch and get access to historical data and trends. Okay. Now I'll just quickly show you. Actually, I don't think I've put Company Buzz on as yet, but I will do a video on it. Okay, company pages. Now this is something I did look into this week. Okay, overall, LinkedIn to companies. What are company pages? Company pages are companies' profiles of record on LinkedIn and a power means of professionals through the word of mouth and recommendations and trust and testimonials. It's like a LinkedIn profile for a company. Now I did set up a company page for the social network toolbar this week. So I will show you that. For LinkedIn company pages, it's a great way to research companies you're interested in, follow them, stay up to date, see what kind of people work there, and even review the products and you use. For companies, company pages present an opportunity to reveal the human side of the company, provide a peek at the individuals behind your brand and highlight how members use your products. Your company pages offer tools to bring your brand to life. Accessing company pages. Find and follow your favorite companies. You'll find interesting companies in one of two ways. From LinkedIn header, the easy to find the company page. Homepage is in LinkedIn. To navigation bar at the top of any page. You can also search for any company using the search box in the navigation bar. Okay, so I go to companies and I go to search companies. And whatever whatever affiliated company you're with, they should have a page. If they don't, they're missing out. And then search this, so I don't know where it's going to come up. Because I only added this one, so it may not be in the search yet. The other way, you can companies. Actually, maybe that's why. We'll just. So I didn't put any spaces in. Helps if you put the spaces in the right spot. Okay. So it has found it. Now, like I say, people are welcome to join this page too, follow it. I only set it up this week. My employees are my users. We have over 600 users use this. Okay, so it's got recent tweets. Like I say, I've only just set it up, but you got careers, products and service, antics. Don't think there'll be many antics as it's only been set up in the last few days. Nope. But an established page, you would have antics. So that might be something to consider. A lot of you brand yourself online. So maybe you might look at setting up a company page as similar companies. Okay, pretty much covered this link. So we'll skip along. You saw how I searched it. From the company page, if you found a company by the page searching for a specific company name or keyword, to find a company of interest, just click follow the company. That's what I was saying. You're welcome to follow the social network toolbar to stay updated on the information which is put out. Following companies help you track the development and companies of interest to you, including the job opportunities, if it's a big company, and other business deployments. Components of a company profile, the reception area of a company page. The overall tab provides friendly introduction to your brand. When a member visits, they will see everyone in their network who works at the company, your company blog posts and Twitter feeds. So I mean, in a way, it's a little bit like a fan page on Twitter, on Facebook. But I think, it's set up a lot more professional in my mind. Okay, we won't run through the careers, but pretty much, if you've got a big company, if you're doing multi-level marketing, there might be a way to add in something there. I haven't put careers on the page I've got. Like I say, it's fairly fresh. We covered the products and services. I haven't added products and services yet. And then we covered the antics. And like I say, if I'm going too fast for you, I'm going to give you these slides and you'll access every part of the slides as they develop. Key statistics. Everyone wondered what the top locations or most of the common schools that a company hires are from. Key statistics is products from the, so I've got a screen up, integrate a non-personally identifiable data of LinkedIn using users who are using currently employed by this company. This data only reflects the estimates about the company and employees and not endorsed or provided by the company. That's just going through, if you are with a bricks and mortar sort of company currently working somewhere, it will show whether you're currently working or not with that company. Might be a past company. Okay, this sort of just goes through a short overview of the company, a description, company employees, new hires, recent promotions and changes. Popular profiles. These are LinkedIn users who are highlighted because they may have been actively in the news, referenced in blogs, participating in the industry groups, and or frequently the result of searches and activities within the LinkedIn network. Users who appear on the list among the most popular, the most profile views at the company. Getting tongue twisted there. Okay, our information is gathered. The information you see in the company pages comes from 3 sources: Capital IQ, Yahoo, and LinkedIn user data. Our partner Capital IQ provides the basic company data as overall revenue etc. Our partner Yahoo provides company news, all relevant people, and integrated company statistics are based on LinkedIn network data. So I mean that's how they sort of do it. So it sort of works on various different results. Okay, so that is companies. The next topic is answers. Has anyone got any questions? One's fairly quiet tonight. Has anyone set up a company page? Has any suggestions? I'm just curious to know who has a company page or who uses them. Did you know about the company pages? Just let me know. Helps when I know where you guys are at with these types of things, because I can cover various different areas. You know, I don't want to bore you on something you're not interested in. Okay, I'll cover answers. Okay, overall, you've got questions, we've got answers. Now, LinkedIn Answers is one of the best places on the web to share business knowledge. Ask a question and get accurate answer from experts from your network and other experts worldwide. Showcase your knowledge, expertise, and by interest answering questions. Stay up to date on the latest in your areas, in your industry and function area. Asking a question. Any questions that allow a domain expert to share their knowledge will produce an insightful answer and will be recommended by other users. Knowledge how is property tax for your commercial property elevated in Texas. So pretty much this is showing you how it all works. Experience what are the best providers of the host exchange service. Opinion, what impact would a Microsoft/Yahoo merger have? So, I mean, you can see pretty much how it works. Asking a question is a quick way and easy way to enter your question. Just select from the appropriate category to place it under. Additionally, you can send them your question by email to the connections you think may be able to help, so you can make sure that answers is not intended to help you recruit, advertise, or announce your job search. Questions will be flagged and removed. For people who are new to LinkedIn, just to let you know, which it is a professional network, and that sort of activity will only get you chucked out. It's not as, Facebook, I used to think Facebook was strict, but LinkedIn's even stricter. So, but I'll tell you what, my experience within a week on LinkedIn is I've made a huge amount of contacts with people I may have elsewhere, but the quality of connecting and the time people put in to LinkedIn in a quality sort of way where they actually want to communicate with you compared to Facebook, I'm really enjoying it from that point of view. Okay, the questions will immediately appear listed under the Answers tab on your profile on the LinkedIn homepage of your connections in an email if you send your question to a specific connections. So pretty much we'll go in and we'll have a look at the answers. I'll be honest with you, it's the first time I've clicked on it. Okay, so you pretty much can ask a question here. You can do an advanced search, my quizzes, answered questions. You can browse via the topics. Okay, so it's pretty straightforward. Okay, so we'll go back to the slide. Okay, and that's what I've just covered here. Okay, and then you've got your advanced, which we didn't look at, but you get the general idea. Okay, applications. Okay, I'm going to play this video for you on applications. There's some interesting applications, so we'll go through that.
Today, we're launching our applications platform to allow you to communicate, collaborate, and share information even better than before. On our applications platform, we are launching 10 applications from 8 companies. These applications range from collecting information that professionals around you in your network are generating on the web, to abilities to communicate and collaborate more, sharing of key documents, PowerPoints, book recommendations, information that will help you stay current and competitive as a professional.
We partnered with LinkedIn so that people could put their work on their profiles and display them to their contacts.
LinkedIn and TripIt combine to provide users a business travel dashboard.
Today we're announcing this application as a way that you can share and collaborate with files directly on top of LinkedIn.com.
With BlogLink, you're able to go and put your recent blog posts, no matter the blogging software that you're using, onto your LinkedIn profile.
The core functionality of SlideShare on LinkedIn is to allow you to display your own presentations.
We came up with an application concept that allows them to share and recommend books to each other, and we think that provides a lot of utility for LinkedIn members. To install an application on LinkedIn, visit the LinkedIn Apps directory. Find the application you'd like to install, then click Add Application. You can then customize your application and begin creating and collaborating on LinkedIn.
These are the themes that the LinkedIn platform will continue to elaborate upon over the coming months in order to make you effective and competitive as a professional.
Okay, so that's LinkedIn overall with the applications. Now, I'm just trying to think how many I put on, but I'll just give you an idea. I'll go back to my profile, and this is just an example. So, you know, I've recently converted to using Google Docs, and so far the response from you guys has been great about the Google Docs. It just makes it so much easier for you guys to access the trainings. Now, I'll scroll down and find them. They were here before. Bear with me. If I go into my home, so now I put the choice of putting them on both pages. Okay. You can see here I've got, this is a presentation I've done previously. Okay, so I've added it here, so if people want to view it via LinkedIn, they can. All right. I think this is actually this presentation. Well, I think I actually pressed change. I don't know why it's not showing up on the profile, but this is one. Maybe I'm missing it. Anyway. Okay, so in that video I just covered about the different applications. We'll run through some of the applications for you. Some may be relevant, some may not be. Someone asked me, I was going to skip this one, but someone did ask me, could we do this one? So I'll let you guys watch the video.
Hi, my name is Ian McAllister, and I manage social applications for Amazon. Today I'm going to be demoing a new LinkedIn application called Reading List. So the first way most people will be exposed to the Reading List is on the home page. Every LinkedIn user will have a Reading List module on their home page. And the first way most LinkedIn users are going to interact is by adding something to their Reading List. So that's what I'm going to show you first. Type Innovator Solution, search for it. This takes me to my Reading List page, and it gives me some search results. I select the book. I just finished reading it, so I'm going to mark it as I read it. I actually thought it was a fantastic book, so I'll mark it as recommended, and I'll paste in some comments here. I read it on my Kindle, so I'm going to mark that as well, and then save. And then add it to my reading list on top of other items. Next, I'll show you the network updates page within the application. So this page is a summary of recent reading list activity by your connections, sorted in chronological order. So here I see several different items from people in my network. The next page is the industry updates page. This page is reading list activity by people in my specific field. So here I see an item from Elliot here at LinkedIn. He's the Director of Product Management, similar field as me. And one of the things I want to demonstrate on this page is the ability to watch someone's reading list. So Elliot isn't my connection, but by clicking Watch Elliot's List, that means I can now follow his activity, and it will show up on my network updates page and on my reading list homepage module. Next, we're going to go to Elliot's profile and see how the reading list activity shows on his LinkedIn profile. So here it's going to show the most recent item of reading activity by Elliot. It gives me the option to stop watching Elliot's list or to watch Elliot's list if you aren't already. So the final component of the application I'm going to show you is the reading list homepage module. So all LinkedIn users will see this module on the lower right of their LinkedIn homepage. At the top, the network updates section shows updates from your connections and the people whose reading lists you're watching. The industry updates section shows updates from people in your field. And the recent updates shows reading activity from across LinkedIn users. So that demonstrates all the different segments of the application. We'd love for you to give it a try and add some books to your reading list, and we'd love to get your feedback. Thanks.
Okay, the rest of it just shows you how to install the applications at the end of the video, and I will quickly do that at the end. So that is the Amazon reading list. Okay, I won't cover this one right now, but you can showcase your work as well. Okay, this is the blogging application, so I'll just play the video.
Hi, I'm David Gordon, Open Platforms Tech Lead for 6 Apart. Our in-app is called BlogLink, powered by TypePad. BlogLink works with any blogging platform, not just TypePad and Docs, which are our own. It allows you to go and place blog content that you've created on your profile, taking a look at the websites that you've already added, so you don't need to do a lot of extra setup. After installing BlogLink powered by TypePad, you'll see that it shows up on your homepage within LinkedIn. So it adds a box here titled BlogLink, and its default view shows you content that people within your network have created. So I'm able to go and take a look at this and see a blog post by Neil Crosby, or see a blog post by Denise Cooper, and then also scroll through it. So see more content that people within my network have created recently. BlogLink also then places a box on with your profile, so that when you go to your profile, you're able to see content you've created, but more importantly, when people come and find your link, they're able to not just see the information that you've placed directly on it, but see the blog post that you've been creating as well. BlogLink doesn't require any special setup. Rather, it goes and looks at the websites you've already listed on your profile, tries to find RSS feeds to find your blogs, and then goes and aggregates that content together. So what this really means is that you don't need to go and do anything special, nor do you have to be using a specific piece of blogging software. Rather, any blogging software that you're using will work with BlogLink. You just need to go and list your blog URL on your profile, and BlogLink will start to do the rest. You're also then able to go to the sort of larger canvas view page of BlogLink. And what this does is it's very much like the homepage view, where you're able to see content created by people within your network, as well as your own. But instead of seeing short condensed posts, you're able to see the full content. So really, BlogLink allows you to keep better track of what people within your network that you care about are doing around the rest of the web, no matter what blogging platform they use. So we really hope that you go and try out BlogLink and that you find it useful. And please let us know if you have any suggestions. And thanks again to LinkedIn for building a great platform that we can build on top of.
Okay, so fairly powerful application. I'll just let you know before you get too excited, which there also is a WordPress one as well. But this is great if you've got a blog somewhere else which you want to add to your profile. It's a great way to share your content and get more people reading your blog. So it works with various different platforms. I think we've sort of covered that. Okay, this is BoxNet.
Hello, I'm Aaron Levy, the CEO of Box.net. I'm going to talk about the Box.net application on LinkedIn. First of all, Box.net is one of the largest platforms on the web for sharing and collaborating on files online. And we've exposed our technology to the LinkedIn platform to enable you, as a user of LinkedIn, to share and collaborate more efficiently on LinkedIn.com with your content. And to actually demonstrate the application, I'm going to turn you over to Jeremy Glassenberg, who is the platform manager at Box.net.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Glassenberg, and I'm the platform manager at Box.net, and here today to present how to use the Box.net application in the LinkedIn platform. So let's take a look. Here I have already added the Box.net application and have uploaded some content and also created some content for my profile page. You can see my profile page with some folders and some files that I added to share with everyone. You can see that I've added a PowerPoint presentation along with an Excel spreadsheet and Word documents. Office documents, you can upload videos, you can upload images, anything you like, you're free to upload onto Box. I've also created some subfolders here, so you can manage your content by creating folders, subfolders, whatever you need to organize this. Now, in order to actually upload the content, let's go to my Canvas page. Here you can see that I have several folders and several files already created and uploaded. You can see that I have a designated profile folder, which any content placed in that folder will be displayed on my profile for anyone to see. I also have some other files here, and I'm interested in creating another folder. I am working on some medical research, doing some research in the medical industry. So I'm going to create a new folder here. Let's call it medical research. And you can see the folder has been created. I can just click on that, and I'm in that folder. There is currently no content available in this folder as it has been recently created, but we are free to create any subfolders or upload content straight from my desktop. As an example of the content that is uploaded, here is a view list. It's a Word document, and I am free to download the document. I can edit the description of the document or rename it. I can even preview it online or actually edit it online without having to download it. Moreover, we can create collaborative folders or share content. So let's say I am doing some stock research, and I wish to work with a few fellow colleagues within LinkedIn. So here you see a blue folder that indicates I have access to this folder, but also that other friends or colleagues may be able to upload content or edit content within this folder. Let's take a look. As you can see, I am the owner of this folder, but we have additional collaborators such as Samuel. Samuel is free to access this Excel spreadsheet and this Word document, as well as upload additional content or edit this content, and I will see any of those changes. So with that, you can see how to upload content, manage content, collaborate with friends and colleagues, and to display whatever content you like with anyone on your profile page. Thank you very much. We look forward to your feedback. And also, if you would like to see a live example of the Box.net application, feel free to take a look at Richard Branson's profile on LinkedIn.
To install an application on LinkedIn, visit the LinkedIn Apps directory. Find the application you'd like to install, then click Add Application. You can then customize your application and begin creating and collaborating on LinkedIn.
Okay, so that's a pretty powerful application. This sort of sharing and keeping documents online, it's the way of the future. I know just from using Google Documents how much it's really changed just in the last couple of weeks, where I can go in and I can share, I can have people, you're outsourcing, you can have people sharing documents, editing documents. It's very sort of powerful. And as soon as you make a change, it's sort of interactive to whoever's got access to those documents. So I really like the sort of cloud sharing. I know just using a few different computers at times, and we all tend to do that, being able to access documents, either whether you're using LinkedIn or doing Google Docs, just makes it so much easier. So that is the applications. Now I'll go in and show you the application page. Okay, get more applications you go to on more. Now, as we're getting to the top of the hour, just to let people know, we're going to end this particular presentation, and I'll get into what we're about. But this is where you can go through and have a look at the applications. As you can see, the Google presentation is the one which I'm using at the moment. I haven't used all these yet. And the events, I set up events. Some of you are from the event I set up. I find the events, and even though I only had a few people, the people who actually clicked on it are here, so I really appreciate that too, guys. It's simply that the fact is you do an event on Facebook and you get a whole lot of people say they're coming. You do an event on LinkedIn, and just the difference in the quality and the connections on LinkedIn. I think I had all 3 people who said they would come, and they're here. So on LinkedIn, and I think I've got, I don't know, 80 people who said maybe or yes on Facebook, and I'm not sure whether they're here, but I know there's not on the webinar. So LinkedIn, I think I had all 3 people who said they would come, and they're here. So on LinkedIn, and I think I've got, I don't know, 80 people who said maybe or yes on Facebook, and I'm not sure whether they're here, but I know there's not that many people on the webinar. So events and the Google Documents is what I've used so far. Now, just let you know, which you can go through the presentation, which I'll give you now. Going to Google Docs. Just bear with me. I'll move some screens. Okay. Okay, it's this one here. I'll give you the URL, and if you want to skip forward or go back, you can certainly do that. Now, if I go into share, I'm going to republish this one. Share. Okay, now I'm going to put this in the chat box for you. I'll get it to open up for me. And as this changes, you guys can go through it. So bookmark this link. Okay, it should be coming up in the chat now. Because one of the things is I will be adding videos as I do these things. I'm not sure when I'm going to be doing the personal videos. I've sort of got a schedule over the next 2 weeks on things I'm trying to get done, because after that I will be doing webinars, but I'm going to be fairly busy. I'm actually doing a 5-week business course full time. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with the Tuesday webinars, but I'll be definitely doing the Fridays. We might move the time of the Tuesday, or get someone else to do them. So if there's anyone interested in marketing survival skills who'd like to do webinars, you're welcome to get in contact. But the whole thing is there'll definitely be a number 3 webinar, probably next Tuesday at this stage on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover, we're actually hosted by Marketing Survival Skills tonight. Where's this slide? No, that's the wrong one. Good. Okay, done. I had the wrong one up, so just bear with me. Okay, so now I've got 100% audience view. Someone invited you here tonight. They've either invited you by Facebook or LinkedIn or Google, Skype, email, smoke signals. Forgot to put that in there. Now, a little bit about Marketing Survival Skills. Marketing Survival Skills is a training system where we webinars through the week. Sometimes our webinars are for members. Other times they're public, like this one is currently. And if you're not sure who invited you, you can add my Skype. It's dcompanyau. I'll put that in the chat too. Okay, so pretty much I can go through and find out who invited you, because it's the best thing to do is connect with the right person. Pretty much Marketing Survival Skills is free right now. It's usually $10 a month. The reason it's free is we're still upgrading the system to cope with the influx of people, but the current websites are still running fine. It's just building a whole new website which can handle more people and give you more detail. So that's why it's free. This isn't some get in the door today type scam. It's simply, that's the reason why it's free. And I'll skip that. One of the things which and you can go and watch the video from Mike if you want. One of the things we give you is unlimited bandwidth and disk space. Now, a lot of people are getting started out in business. One of the first costs is paying for web hosting. We're not a web hosting company, but we have paid up for quite a lot of web hosting. Mike who's the founder of Marketing Survival Skills. So you can start a blog on Marketing Survival Skills, like a WordPress blog, or you can host your websites. All you need to do is buy a domain name if you don't have one already, and you can also transfer websites. And there's no restriction on how many websites you can have. Like I currently have hosted with Yahoo, which is I've had there for over 10 years, and I've got 2 new sites hosted with Marketing Survival Skills because I don't want to pay any more. I pay a fortune for my Yahoo hosting. So it's a great way to just get free hosting, pretty much. You'll be charged $10 a month when the system goes back, but that'll be all. But you can always opt out beforehand. The other thing is we have the Skype mastermind groups. I found this so important when I joined Marketing Survival Skills, was that you've got a group of people in all different businesses, whether it's affiliate marketing, bricks and mortar business, multi-level marketing, just one place where you can ask questions without any sales pitch on anything. That's one thing we don't allow, and support one another. If you've ever had someone leave you, like if you're in multi-level marketing and your sponsor's left you or disappeared or just doesn't get back to you and doesn't support you with training, this is a great way to train yourself and train your team. So the thing I really love about it, and a lot of other services out there now which are offering a similar sort of service are charging, at least $10 a month, sometimes $30 a month, and then you've got to join an autoresponder. With Marketing Survival Skills, you simply just pay out that money, and if you refer anyone to Marketing Survival Skills, you get $5 back a month on that person. So you've only got to sign up to people in your team and it's paid for. But like I say, at the moment it's totally free. Step-by-step video and written training. So we have phases. Okay, this is phase 1, getting started. And this is our current site at the moment. This pretty much each phase has a video. The phase 2 is online ads. And then the phase 3 is blogging and video marketing. Like I was saying, we have weekly training and prospecting webinars. So you can invite people along to give them some value. I mean, that's what people are looking for online is value. We don't really, we're not doing opportunity as such, where a lot of these webinars are come and make money now type webinars. We simply teach you social networking, and we do a lot of SEO training as well. Just to let you know, we've got a leader in Marketing Survival Skills who does a lot of SEO. And then we have the live over the shoulders, like Friday's webinar will be with me, and I just go through and get to know everybody. I set them up pretty much with what they need to know if they're having problems with the processes of Marketing Survival Skills. And any general questions, it's just very easy way. So I just do a topic. Just depends on what the people in the room want at the time. Like I've got a huge amount of videos. I think I'm getting up to 150 on YouTube. So usually if someone asks a topic, it's pretty easy for me to cover. But I'm not the only trainer, just to let you know. Now we have these capture pages. Mind the pictures, I've enlarged them, but they are a lot better quality on the actual site. So these are some of the capture pages you can use. There will be even new ones with the new site. And we give you a system called the Social Media Master Video Series to give away. Which pretty much is set up for your autoresponders. So it's a great way to build your list. And within that series, the way it's actually done is you can put in your primary business in the system. Like with TrafficWave, you just put in the URL and Mike's actually set it up so on each page there's an opportunity towards your business, and you can custom them as well. Just go in and totally change them if you want. So, and that works with Traffic Wave, Aweber, and GetResponse. So, pretty much just covered that. And we have a training on how to set that up as well. These are the webinar archives. There's literally hundreds of hours in here now between the webinars I've put out recently on YouTube and on here. So you can see there's just, I mean, look at the blogging. And a lot of them are pretty much still relevant, especially ones on blogging and that. So, you know, we've got SEO, marketing, keywords, all types of different things. And if you get back to the person who invited you, that person can pretty much give you access to all these videos. They can point you in the direction of the videos you want. Now, the other thing we have is the Social Network Toolbar. I'm actually the founder of the Social Network Toolbar. This is free. Just to give you an idea, this is Social Network Toolbar right here. You can see it's got marketing survival skills on it, all the phases, the archives, the master series, everything you need. But it's also got bonus tips. I was saying I do a lot of videos. So there's a whole lot of different trainings in here as well. It's got all your social networks. We're rebuilding this all the time, so it's a whole heap of tools. Most of these tools are free tools. Some of them are paid, but the majority are free. We've got Google Plus. We've got Twitter integration, LinkedIn integration, Facebook integration. Like right now, I'm on Facebook. If someone sends me a message, I'll get an alert come up on the screen. There's multiple applications on here. Like I could do a whole webinar on this, so, but I won't. Okay, so that's the Social Network Toolbar. It's just the socialnetworktoolbar.com. And that's 100% free. There's no spyware or anything on that. So right now you get it all for free. All you need to do is get back to the person who invited you, and they can help you out. They'll give you their Skype or Facebook or whatever. But you're invited some way here. And like I say, if you have any questions, you can add me on Skype on DCompanyAU. I'm happy to text chat with you and find the right person for you. Is there any final questions about anything we've covered tonight? So I know it's sort of getting late. We're sort of 15 minutes over. I'm just getting used to the new slides, so that's why we're running a bit late. Now, what I might do just quickly, for those people who don't have, I'll just go in and get the video for you on the first webinar. I will actually put these webinars in the slides. Hopefully tonight's has worked out. Videos. No problem with recordings of late. So this is part one. This is last Tuesday. Okay, it seems everybody seems to be happy. Once again, I'd like to thank you people for coming. I'd also like to thank, and this is another thing you can do on LinkedIn very quickly, but I wanted to mention this, is people have been, if you look at my profile, I asked people to do recommendations, and you see 5 of you did recommendations. Some of you did really detailed recommendations. And excuse me, I'd really like to thank those people. I'm sorry I haven't got back, but if anyone wants me to do recommendations, I'm happy to recommend you on LinkedIn. But I really appreciate that. It's a great way for people to connect. And if you have any questions for the members, you can put into the Skype rooms and give me your feedback in there, or side Skype me. You're welcome, Roland. We're a great bunch of people here tonight. And I'll see you on the next webinar. I'm not sure what's happening on Thursday, whether there's going to be a public webinar or not. I haven't spoken to Adam. So just got to keep an eye on the chat boxes and the calendar, you know, in Skype as well. So until later, guys, thank you once again for coming. I'm always happy to chat to you wherever we connected. Okay, thanks again for watching the recording of this webinar. This was LinkedIn Part 2. There will be a LinkedIn Part 3, and there probably will be a LinkedIn Part 4 at this stage. So once again, thank you for watching the webinar, and don't forget to watch the slides as well, as the slides contain all the webinars. So thanks again. This has been David Dettmann, and talk to you soon.